My name is Abdul-Aziz and I'm from Raqqa, as you mentioned, from Syria. I'm working with organizations called Raqqa is being sought silently to report news from ISIS territories. We started our work in 2014 when we saw that there is only ISIS propaganda, ISIS media, so we decided to make an action in that time because it's not allowed to anyone to work in ISIS territory, so ISIS prevented all the international media to go there. ISIS is still committing many human rights violations. The situation is not that good, it's getting bad or worse day after day. So the civilians is the only victims in these fightings between all that sides. Many people, they don't have enough idea about the relations between the local and ISIS. But I can say that less than 1% of the civilians joined ISIS, even they are living in the bad condition, and joining ISIS means that they will get whatever they want. So they will get money or like salaries in dollars, they will get cars, houses for free, they will get sex, woman, whatever they want. Even without that thing, less than 1% who joined ISIS. That means most of the civilians are anti-ISIS. They can't do anything to show that they are anti-ISIS because they will be sent to the death directly. But to stay home, not joining ISIS, is like one of the best resistance in the world in this century.
You mentioned shortly that there is no any kind of plan by anybody what we do if the ISIS is defeated. So really, how do you see that? What can be done besides, the military campaign?
Yeah, so the international government, international community, international NGOs, they should think about a plan for the day after. So the day after defeating ISIS. Because the people who were living with ISIS, they spent 3 years besieged or surrounded with ISIS propaganda, ISIS ideology. So it's gonna be a bit hard to explain to them what happened. So in Raqqa there is no TV, there is no satellites. ISIS closed all the internet coffee shops, so the people are besieged only with ISIS propaganda. So they need to have a new kind of education, new like emergency aid. They need to have they need to have like many things they missed when they were living in under ISIS control.
Who are the other groups and what's happening? Is it just the ISIS there which is harming the people? And what happens to you if you report on the other things but ISIS?
So basically, there are many groups who are fighting in Raqqa right now. So there is ISIS, and on the other side there is some militias called YPG or SDF are supported by US are also leading the campaign and against ISIS, but at the same time they've been controlling many areas and they've committed many human rights violations against the civilians. And at the same time, there are the Russian airstrike that's killing civilians daily in Raqqa in charge of fighting extremism or terrorism. But most of their airstrikes are killing civilians. They are not careful. They don't care about killing civilians or ISIS. And there are many other groups who are also involved. So there are several groups who are fighting, and all of them they are committing or doing human rights violations.
And if you write about that, what happened? You said that you kind of accused of being everybody's enemy or everybody's ally when you do something besides, reporting, and how also the ISIS treats you as a media. I mean, probably online, of course.
So we're getting through it daily because of our work, because we're reporting about all the sides. So we don't stand with any side. So we're reporting against any groups or any side that are doing human rights violations against the civilians. And that was like a problem for some people, so like some supporters for one side. So since we were talking about the side which they support, they started to throw many rumors, many threats, many stuff that we are like allies or enemies or whatever. And when we were talking about the side who are fighting, they see us as a heroes. So they just don't know what they want, and they want us only to talk about one side and not mention the other side. So for us, it's been so hard to do that thing, but we decided, because that thing affected our work, affected our fun, but we decided that we will complete our fighting for the humans, for the local, for the civilians who are besieged in the city.
And you even have issues when, for instance, your Twitter is hacked or Facebook hacked, how you really deal with these organizations, that you really don't get much support, but, so what's happening?
So it was when we started the first 2 years of our work. So as a small youth organization, started in 2014 with the 27 people, their ages are between 18 to 28. We had not that enough experience about digital security, IT, and we started with basic things, Facebook page and Twitter account. But later on, we faced that not ISIS is the one who's trying to stop our work, also Facebook and Twitter, YouTube. And our accounts, our pages were closed several times, and it was so hard to get in touch with those platforms to explain to them what we're doing and to let them see our reports, to let them see articles or interviews or some reports were talking about us. And it was so hard, but at the end we were able to verify our accounts, and we don't face this problem anymore. But it was so hard to reach out this point.
And explain them you're basically revealing the violation from ISIS.
Yeah, so basically like I arrived to a point to say, I swear I'm not ISIS. So it was like so hard to get in touch with them and explain to them.
And how is it for you now being based in Berlin and in Germany, and also how you explain to, not particularly, German population compared to a lot of Europeans is kind of welcoming the Syrian refugees, but not all. So I know you talk to Pegida people, to the, so how it's really for you, what is a challenge to be in Germany today and in Europe?
So it's been a challenge because it's like a new country, a new environment, different culture, different traditionals, and to meet several people with many different ideas or backgrounds. For sure, there were many people who welcomed the refugees, or who were like welcomed or nice people, and at the same time there were like some people who were anti-immigrant in general. So I couldn't stay silent and watch those people who were organizing demonstrations against the immigrants and against the people. It was not only about the immigrants, about all the foreigners. So they don't want any foreign people to come to their country. They think that they are the best people ever in the world. So I started to talk with them, to explain to them that all the human are the same. No one was able to choose his father or mother or his country or his nationality, and everyone can be changed. I started to explain to them about myself, that I was that teenager who didn't care about anything, and then I started to be involved in human rights. And I was able, after a long conversation with many of them, to convince them, because they were surrounded in a circle where they were getting news from some people, some sources, so they didn't have several or like different sources of information.